Hi, thank you for clicking on the video, and I hope everyone is doing really well. So today I'm going to be addressing a comment that was left on one of my Freelee videos. This is just to explain my reasoning and purpose behind why I make my Freelee videos. On occasion, I get comments saying things along the lines of that I hate Freelee. And I'm here to say I do not. I do not hate her. I strongly disagree with a lot of the things she says. Let me just bring up the most recent comment that I got that spurred me on to make this video. The comment is pretty long.
Really putting down somebody hard that is simply encouraging somebody with conviction and knowledge that they will absolutely be happier changing their lifestyle and diet to frugivore.
Let me address that real quick. I don't know anything about this person. This person, from that sentence alone, sounds like she might agree with the frugivore theory. Kind of biased. And that's not to say I'm not biased. My biases come from experience, from living this way and having a specific result of living this way. I acknowledge that my experience is not everyone's experience, and my results from eating a high fruit diet is not the same for other people. So I can really just speak from my own experience and draw my own conclusions from that and from my own gathering of knowledge and information. Don't say someone's going to be happier switching to frugivore. I'm speaking for myself, as well as there are tons of testimonies out there that say the same thing as me, say that they were miserable. I was not in a good space. Was it caused by the fruit diet? Maybe. Was I already in a bad mental space going into the fruit diet? 100%, yes. I'm not denying that. But to say that you're going to be happier to change your lifestyle to frugivore specifically, it's a stretch.
Personally, I think she does a wonderful job. She has helped change many lives with her videos, but what are you aiming to change with this video?
And that is the question that probably most people are like, what's the point of you making your Freelee response videos? And first and foremost, it's fun. The science is out there. Her adamant opposition to scientific proof infuriates me. And this is maybe a character flaw within me. I was raised to live by the science. Science is truth. And when someone is out spreading misinformation, claiming scientific fact that opposes true scientific fact, it pushes my buttons. And as someone who bought into what she was saying for a long time, and it had terrible effects on my health, I want to put out a message to people. Now, maybe not to her, because I doubt she sees my videos because I'm nobody. But I'm speaking to everybody else who's willing to listen and say, look, you can try the frugivore diet. You can try being raw vegan. You can try eating high carb, low fat. You can try raw till 4. Try it if you must. But this was my experience. It had horrible side effects. These are the potential, emphasis on potential side effects that come along with these extreme unscientific diets. And it's important that there are voices out there speaking up about the side effects. Yeah, you can say, oh, you'll be happier. To predetermine a person's emotional outcome from a diet or lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, that's not your place. My aim is to reach people who are willing to listen to my experience. And I'm not saying don't listen to Freelee's experience, but don't base your conclusion off my experience, and don't base it off her experience. I used to take her word for everything. That was a huge mistake because it led to terrible side effects and health problems that now I have to deal with for the rest of my life. I chose to eat a certain way, and that's on me. That's my responsibility. But now I have a responsibility to speak out against things that I think are wrong. People are always saying, stand up for what you think is right. And this is me standing up for what I think is right.
What is your goal? To get somebody that is surely not going to stop to take down their videos?
I have no intention of wanting Freelee to stop making videos or for her videos to be, taken down or anything like that. Like, no. With every opinion, there is backlash. Just like this comment is backlash to my opinion. And I accept it. I would much rather see more people questioning other people's opinions to force that person to think deeper. Always be bringing up questions, and people are so afraid to like doubt, but don't be afraid to doubt. Just know that with doubt comes the opportunity to form questions, which means you're on the path to find answers. And that's huge. And I think that's really important.
To try and get her views and followers to build your name?
I barely get views. People are like, oh, 30 views on a video, it's like nothing. But if 30 people walked into my apartment right now to see what I'm doing, that's huge. Even if just one stranger cares to click on my video, even if they only watch a few minutes of it, I appreciate that. Do I want and wish I could build my following and my view count? Of course, I think anyone who puts out a video wants that. Is that my goal? No. Am I trying to take her views and her followers? No. I would love for her followers not to just believe what she says as gospel. If they stumble upon my video or someone who makes like-minded videos as mine, to put those questions in their mind. And if you draw the same conclusion as Freelee does, all right, okay. But don't just be surrounding yourself with like-minded people. That's why I watch Freelee's videos, because she might one day say something that spurs something in me to change my opinion or to seek out maybe reforming my opinion.
I don't know. Those are the best I can come up with, and none of them are helping anybody.
I don't know what that means.
Why not be encouraging you Freelee instead? Why not give her advice on what you think she could do better at it in a positive way?
She takes a harsh approach, so sometimes you have to approach harsh people with harshness. And I don't think I'm as harsh as I can be or used to be in some of my videos. Like I think I was kind of mean, and I don't like that I was like cruel in any way, shape, or form in any of my videos if I seem cruel. Unless the person is like truly a despicable person.
It seemed like all you wanted to do was put her down and drag her name through the mud, which is like so not helpful or productive.
I would agree, and I'm not trying to drag her name through the mud, but I am trying to discredit her claims. Not her as a person. I don't know her as a person, but what she claims, I'm trying to discredit. And I'm trying to show like there's another way. She claims hers is the only way. I'm trying to show there's another way.
If I were you, I would consider checking my goals over again and think about what impact I could have to help others in a positive way without having to put others down.
You've put a reminder in my mind, like, hey, always be thinking about your intentions and your goals and your reasoning behind your actions, which is a good thing.
I would think about my effort in encouraging people to change their lives and what it would feel like to convince the most stubborn, bullheaded person to live a healthier life, and how amazing that would feel.
Freelee is probably one of the most stubborn, bullheaded people, and I'm not trying to change her opinion. My videos are not meant to change her opinion because I don't think I have that power. I'm not God. I don't have that power to do that. What I can do is reach other people who are maybe not as stubborn and more open-minded and willing to hear a different point of view.
How I could teach those living with less to be healthier for less money, something new, different, productive, like these ideas. Sorry if my opinion comes across harsh.
Not at all.
But I only mean to challenge you in a positive way.
Which I appreciate, and you did, person who I'm not going to say their name. I just find these kind of videos very therapeutic to make, just to kind of get like my frustrations out. And it's over a subject that I'm super passionate about. I'm super passionate about my own health as well as other people's. As someone who comes from an eating disorder background, who is, currently struggling with that, and I'm in recovery for it and I'm fighting for it, fighting for my life. When I hear someone taking credit for someone else's choice to choose recovery while following that first person's diet protocol, the credit doesn't go to you. It goes to the person who chose recovery. And if the way you eat is the way they ate when they recovered, that's not your accomplishment. It's their accomplishment. So give the praise where the praise is due. And that goes to the person who's recovered or recovering or just starting out. Also, to claim that your diet protocol will cure a person of their eating disorder is a straight up lie. She has said several times very problematic things that shows she does not understand eating disorders. She has said things like about people on TikTok who couldn't possibly have an eating disorder because they're not sick enough. Like that infuriates me. That frustrates me to no end. On her frugivore diet, you can just eat as much as you want. That might not be what the person needs. Eat as much as you want. Well, what if I don't want to eat? We're not addressing the real issue when you're just focusing on eating and food and diet. That's not the eating disorder. The eating disorder is up here. It's a mental disorder that needs addressing. You can restore your weight and you could still have an eating disorder because it's in your mind and you haven't truly addressed the core. And I feel like she is focused so much on being a frugivore and making sure everyone knows they're frugivores that she's missing the whole point. And so when she brings up how she's helped people, so many girls over the years fight their eating disorders or cure their eating disorders or change their lives away from their eating disorder, just comes across narcissistic to me. I don't like that. It bothers me, and it bothers me that people listen to that. They can listen to all the other stuff and believe it or not, but if they listen to the stuff she talks about when it comes to eating disorders and they believe it, that's not okay. That is the harsh truth. And that is a big reason why I make the videos I do. Some of them are geared more towards that. Some are geared towards more of just debunking her frugivore diet or just pointing out the holes in her arguments. And some of them are just for fun. As long as I enjoy doing something, I'm going to continue doing it. If it becomes monotonous and I get sick and tired of just saying the same thing over and over again, I'll stop. But I don't think that last point will ever happen because I've been saying the same thing, we're not frugivores, for a very long time, and I will keep saying it until science proves me wrong. And I will keep advocating for eating disorder recovery in spite of her claims of, helping people. Based in my own experience and based on what I've heard other people say who followed her protocols trying to recover from an eating disorder, and it just made it worse. She puts the hashtags dietitian and nutritionist on all her videos, yet she doesn't understand nutrition. She speaks orthorexic myths and diet culture myths throughout almost every single one of her videos. Her diet, in essence, increases your chances of developing orthorexia. That's not gonna fly with me. To this commenter, I don't hate Freelee. Not trying to steal her views, not trying to steal her followers. Just like Freelee is free to put out her own content, this is me putting out my content. And I'm not trying to be mean, but like I said, if you're gonna come at people with harshness, sometimes the return response is harshness. You match the other person's energy. Thank you so much for the comments. Keep them coming. Even if they are like this and you wanna call me out, do it. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy it, you can give it a thumbs down. That is cool too. I don't mind. If you are not subscribed already, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit the notification bell to stay notified of all future uploads. If you have any comments, questions, video suggestions, anything at all, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. Be sure to go follow me over on Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye!